And it is election season, and joining me now on 4029 News on the Record is Mike Stewart, running for the Sheriff of Washington County. Thank you so much for joining us today.
Absolutely.
Tell us a little bit about yourself so we can get to know you.
Well, my name is Mike Stewart. I grew up outside of Elkins in the south part of Washington County. After I got out of high school, I joined the United States Air Force. I was active duty for almost 10 years. After 5 deployments and 2 combat deployments to Iraq, being wounded in Iraq the second time, I decided to come home and come to work for the Sheriff's Office. I worked for the Sheriff's Office for a little over 14 years now. I'm currently serve as the Chief of Staff of Washington County. I'm still auxiliary with the Sheriff's Office though at this time.
Thank you for your service.
Thank
First of all, tell us a little bit about what you've done in your 14 years with the Sheriff's Department.
Well, I started out in the detention center. I worked there about 10 to 11 months until I went to patrol. After that, I was a patrolman the whole time, patrol supervisor, a patrol sergeant. My last about year and a half, I was the supervisor over the court services section, so overall the security and the bailiffs for Washington County courts.
And Mike, tell us why you are running to be the sheriff.
Well, I've always thought about it, and I believe that we need leadership grounded in integrity, accountability, and service. I'm really getting into having a passion for the mental health side of the detainees. There needs to be a lot of mental assistance there for them. We don't know what to do with the minor crimes as far as the mental health and drug abuse programs go. So we've got to help them with that.
Okay. Tell us a little bit about what you envision. How would it work? I know a few years back we had the stabilization unit, and we had a couple of other resources that we could dig into.
Right.
What is the state of that program to help those with mental health?
Well, currently it's moved over. It's the Community Rebuilding Initiative, which is something that's put on through the county, but it's with Returning Home, a nonprofit local organization. They do a great job. My vision would be to expand that to be able to allow the people that's in the jail that don't fit the qualifications to go to that program to be able to help them out while they're in the detention center as well.
Okay, so what's your vision, and how would you have that come to life?
Well, it needs smaller programs. We need things focusing on the mental health and the drug abuse programs. We need to help these people while they're there in the detention center. I mean, these are our neighbors, our family, our friends. You know, most people, I'd say probably close to 90% of all detainees in the jail, in county jail, are going to be released and walk right out the front door when they're done. They're not going to prison. They're not going to a rehab somewhere else. So we've got to take advantage of the time that we have with them to help them out.
A lot of people in law enforcement and in sheriff's departments and police departments are saying that the jails and prisons are overcrowded. Do you see that?
They are absolutely overcrowded. Currently, the Washington County Detention Center has about a 710 capacity bed. We're well over 100 personnel sleeping on the floor right now, under detainees. The only way to address the problem of jail overcrowding is to figure out why the members of our community are going to jail in the first place. If we can address that, we can ask, why are they there? Why have they done it? And we can start meeting their needs.
Okay. You are currently challenging the current sitting sheriff.
Correct.
Why do you feel that you are a better candidate?
Well, I believe that I have a lot of support. I believe it's time for some fresh new ideas, some new faces to come in. And I've got a lot of ideas that we can go on, and you know, we need to expand on the deputies that are out in the field as well. You know, currently there's only 4 zones for our patrol deputies. That's 1 deputy per zone for the entirety of Washington County. I don't believe that that's enough to effectively and safely take care of the people of Washington County.
What do you think about transparency? Currently in the news, there have been some accusations against the current sheriff's department. What do you think about those accusations, and how would you, first of all, what do you think, and how would you handle that as sheriff?
Well, I think it's very unfortunate what's happened. It's a black eye on the entire county, the entire region, and law enforcement as a whole. But transparency is key, especially in an office like this. You've got to be transparent to the public, and we've got to hold our people accountable from the top down. Everybody's got to be held accountable.
And how would you plan to do that?
Just by, even if it was something as simple as a write-up or something in their file, all the way to determinations. I mean, we've got to hold people accountable. We've got to be transparent, and you know, we have to answer to the community for their taxpayer funds that are being utilized.
And now those who are the defendants or those who are being accused are saying this is coming up because it is campaign season. Are you seeing that to be the case?
So I've heard that many times, and basically I didn't decide to run for sheriff. I decided to run for sheriff because of what I found out during this investigation. I didn't do the investigation because I wanted to run for sheriff.
So during that time that you were deciding you wanted to be a sheriff, what are some of the programs that you were thinking about and you are thinking about implementing in Washington County?
The programs are going to be mainly, I want to focus on the mental health and drug abuse side for the rehabilitation for the inmates. I believe that we need to focus on that in order to make a real difference for them.
Okay, and so in 1 minute or less, why should people vote for you?
Well, I believe that I have new ideas. I've been with the sheriff's office for 14 years. I believe that we need leadership grounded in integrity, accountability, and service, and I have that to offer.
Okay, and this election is not coming up in November, correct? We just have a couple of months.
Correct.
So
The
let's
primary
remind
election,
everyone.
Correct. The primary election is in March, March 3rd, and then the general will be next November.
Okay. All right. Good luck, sir.
Thank you very much.
Thank you very much, Mike Stewart, running for the Washington County Sheriff's position. Thanks so much for joining us today.
Thank you.
4029 News on the Record.